today?
Very good. Hello.
Could you state your name and your occupation?
Sure. My name is Sarah Eck. I'm the owner of a marketing agency called All Terrain.
Has your opinion of Cadillac changed now that you've been driving one?
I really loved Cadillac already, so I still feel like it's a great car. So I started off with a pretty favorable opinion already, and I've driven a couple before and enjoyed it, but I really enjoyed my Escalade.
What did you discover about this Cadillac's feature that set it apart from the car that you're currently driving?
You know what, I really was happy to have a chance to use the hybrid or drive the hybrid Escalade because I've been curious about how it kind of performs and feels compared to the other Escalades I've driven. And, we're the kind of family that needs to have a super big car, at least one of them. And so for me, like, the idea of having a hybrid that can kind of mitigate the impact on the environment is pretty important. Other features, the features that I liked about it, okay, so it's wintertime in Chicago, and the heated seats were awesome. They heated up very quickly, which was great. Along that same theme, the remote start, also quite handy on getting a little jump start on heating up the car before having to get in it. One of the features I wasn't expecting is that we didn't go through it in the walk around was the blind spot warning. I was driving down the highway and I'm like, what are these lights? And then it took me a second to figure out like what that was all about, and I thought that was pretty smart, especially for a car that big.
What was your favorite feature of this Cadillac?
Of this Cadillac?
Yeah.
But didn't I just answer all those?
Well, which one was the most favorite?
My most favorite feature of the Cadillac.
The blind spots.
The blind spots, the heated seats, everything I just mentioned, basically.
At the time of your next vehicle purchase or lease, will you consider a Cadillac? If white, EPS one, EPS?
For sure. We definitely are really highly focused on buying an American vehicle, so that obviously narrows us down to just a few choices. Our next car would definitely be a luxury or a higher end car, which puts us kind of in the Cadillac range, and again, it would probably be a bigger car. So I really like the idea that there's a bigger car that has a hybrid option, so for sure.
If someone were to ask you to recommend a vehicle, would Cadillac be an option and why?
For sure. Yeah, I mean, if I felt like someone was in the market for spending a little extra money for like a higher end vehicle, I would definitely recommend Cadillac, especially if I heard they were looking at like a Audi or Mercedes. I would really strongly encourage them to take a look at Cadillac as a kind of competitive alternative that's American.
What was the biggest surprise factor after driving this Cadillac? Was it easy to drive? Was it comfortable? Was it within the standards?
What was my favorite what?
The biggest surprise factor after driving this Cadillac.
Oh, the surprise factor. I thought it was very comfortable. I think the older Escalades that I've been in before have felt like a little stiffer, like not so much the drive, but more of the feeling of the seat and the interior. This one was more comfortable than I was remembering.
Now that you have experienced Cadillac, what comes to mind when Cadillac is mentioned?
Three words. I definitely still think about luxury, and I think about legacy, especially like the American legacy in the American auto industry, and safety. I think especially after being in that car for the last couple of days and realizing that it's big and there'd be a lot that would have to happen to take me down in a car that big. So,
Thank you.
Sure.